You don't have YouTube running, bud.
Oh, hold on, let me check. Okay, thank you for that, guys. My apologies. And then here, guys, you can see it comes back and retests the VWAP, and then it drops down again, it even breaking the law of the pre-market there. So again, an incredible short for American Airlines yesterday, as you can see here, playing real nice on that 5 minute. We had NVAX as well. Again, I didn't really look at the price action. I didn't. I'm surprised I kept this one here. To be honest, this is not a stock that I usually watch. I'm not sure why this one stayed on my main list. VXRT was a better play here. This one was nice. You can see how beautiful it broke out of some of these levels here. And it had a great continuation all the way up to 755. So again, nice pop there. Then from here, it got a little bit top. He starts losing some of the volume there. And you can see this drop just comes out of nowhere on VXRT and then became a great short once it got to the VWAP and lost it as well. But at the open, just an incredible pop there. BA was another one that was incredible, guys. Again, this stock and all the airlines dropped yesterday pretty nice, but this one was probably one of the cleanest one. And usually there was a question on YouTube yesterday, why do we consider BA an air and kind of an airline stock? And the reason is because they're so heavily invested in a lot of these aircraft. So if airlines do well or bad, it can determine what's going to happen with BA a little bit here. So you can see here, nice, beautiful drop. Does a pullback for a beautiful entry if you missed this any entry over here early on, and again drops down nicely, just holding on to this beautiful 9 moving average all the way down to 172. So again,
Yeah.
BA traded
They
very
they
nicely.
do have a significant defense business as well, but their aircraft for commercial airlines is very significant
Yeah.
portion of their company. So if airlines are doing poorly and are cutting routes and it looks like it's going to last longer and longer, airlines are cutting orders for Boeing aircraft, and it affects them for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, I mean the number, guys, between Boeing and Airbus, I think they own about 90%, some crazy number when it comes to commercial airlines. So again, think about all the planes that are out there. Think about the millions of dollars these machines cost. That's a big number for them. So if that does bad, they're gonna feel it. So I think Tiffany also not think I know Tiffany also traded this stock. So check out her recap yesterday. She did an amazing trade on this one, and she got stopped out at first and recognized, what, my strategy is still in play, and went back into that trade. So again, a great job to her there. And here's Apple. Apple didn't trade as clean as we like to see. Again, it was very choppy early on. This first 20 minutes, really rough. I did get stopped out twice on this one. Then I just stopped touching it, and then from there it did sell down. But again, it's just a rough start for Apple here. All right, that is what we have. But I want to talk about Neo. I did not have Neo on my list. I took this one off. And Andrew traded this one a little bit later. We were talking about how it was just holding on to this 9 moving average, and every time it hit it, especially on the 1 minute, it just kept getting bought back up. And you can see how strong this thing was for the entire day. So if I regret take one off of my list, that would have been it, Neo, yesterday. All right, guys, let's get to our market pulse. See what's going on there this morning.
Yeah, so SPY's up just over 0.1%. The Qs are actually up almost 1/3%, at just over 1/4%. I believe the Dow is red. At least it was last time I looked a few minutes ago. I don't have a live chart of it pulled up right now, but ever so slightly, ever so slightly. This morning we had durable goods orders that came out way better than expected a few minutes ago. Capital goods orders. And then at 10 a.m., we've got a Fed speaker along at 3:25 as well. So a couple of things going on there. As far as sectors, it looks like technology is leading almost everything else. Technology, communication, and semiconductors are green. Everything else is either flat or a little bit red. So SPY is throwing a pretty ugly chart this morning, frankly. We've got a few stocks in play here on earnings and other news, but overall the market looks like it's a little bit rough. We'll see how it goes today.
Yeah, yep, I agree. Again, just continue to be surprised that we're up a little bit more here, not kind of going sideways a bit, but we'll see how that plays out later on today. All right, guys, let's get to our gappers list this morning. We do have quite a bit on here in the green. So a lot of stuff gapping up in some nice double digits here, 24, 18, 17, CRM with 14.6. We'll get into that one. That one has been, again, a beautiful pop yesterday after earnings. DKS 11. So we got some good numbers here. And it's just a little bit in the red. Some stocks that we're very well familiar with. So we actually start with what's gapping down today and go through those, see what's happening there. So let's take a look at JWN right now. Let's get our charts in line here. We'll look at the 5 minute, and we'll get the daily going. Not a great pre-market action right now. And is this Nordstrom? I think it is.
It is, yeah.
I
Yep.
gotta save this layout so it keeps the title up here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Retail companies, guys, just like Gap and these other ones, they just don't trade very well. They're not clean. So again, I'm not a fan of it right now. They're down 5.5 this morning, 200 shares traded. They are sitting on the NYSE stock exchange. On the daily, as bad as it looks, though, I do like that we're sitting right at the support level here. So we can find either some support, or if it breaks down, we got a very clean shot over to 1353 there. So Norm, any news on this one that might make worth us watching it?
Yeah, they had earnings last night. They had a wider loss than expected, so they're getting hit on that this morning. Obviously, retail, especially Nordstrom.
Hmm.
With nobody buying suits and nice dresses and stuff to go to offices right now, they're
Right.
getting hammered pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or even going out anywhere. I mean, it's just not
Yep.
happening. You know what, guys? I usually won't do this, but I'm gonna throw this on as a possible just because the daily. So let's see if that does anything as we get. Let me fix that there. And later on in the pre-market, I think the daily has a good indication that could be a good possible play here. Let's look at CCL on our list, down 2.5 this morning, 318,000 shares traded. That is really not significant volume for us on CCL. We're used to seeing a whole lot more on there. So again, I'm not seeing anything great in the pre-market action neither. I don't believe there's any news out there, Norm, on the
Yeah,
on
they
CCL.
announced they've canceled more cruises through
Hmm.
spring of next year now. So that's what it's hitting them this morning.
All right, so they're pushing
I don't
things
I don't know
back.
that I don't know
Yeah.
it's a great trade, but that's the news on it.
Yeah, I mean, this earlier on did have a major effect when things were looked like they were going to reverse quickly than we thought, but obviously, things did not. So I don't think that's going to create a whole lot of fuss this morning. But just in case, we'll throw it as a possible. We do like CCL when it's in play, but this type of volume is telling us that's not really doing it much this morning. YNDX, this one it is down 2.6 right now, pre-market. Very active, a little bit all over the place in the last couple of minutes. Their daily though has been incredible. Look at the pop they're getting. What I don't like about YNDX is sometimes their intraday trades are not great. So look at it yesterday here. Okay at the start, then it gets pretty flat here, and then just with no volume, it still manages to climb higher. But again, it's just not a great trading opportunity to find a strategy. The day before, see what it did there was more active in the pre-market. Oh Jesus, look at that start. So that's my issue with YNDX is you tend to get this more often than not. So I'm gonna stay away from it for now, unless there's anything else that we can find from it that looks good. That might be something decent. So let's see what's gapping up today. Let's start with the first five or so, and then we'll take it to the room. Plan this morning, they are up 27%. What is the float on this? 119. Norm, what's the news on this one? Nice big pop today.
Yeah, they had earnings this morning, and they knocked it out of the park. Obviously, I don't have to explain much there.
Yeah, I agree that they're definitely getting a nice little pop here. Their daily guys, for the most part, the volume is very light. I'm realizing that now, really under 4.8, 5 million shares per trading day, and that creates this choppy, not great daily charts. Again, today could be a difference maker. They do have a very nice big pop here. Their spread though, right now for $61, as high as 25 cents. So that's no good there. We'll put it on here for now, but if that spread doesn't get better. Pre-market starting to get some volume here as it continues to climb. More people are actually going to start looking at this 45-cent spread. Yeah, I don't know about that one. FLDN DM, excuse me. This one is up 19% today. What's the float on this? 70 million shares flow, but it's moving like a low flow. I mean, the high of the pre-market, guys, we're talking about 22, and it's down here now at 1048 since this morning. So not sure what to expect out of this one, guys. I mean, the daily chart also doesn't look great neither. I'm not sure what kind of company this is, but I'm not seeing anything great
They've
on it.
they've got a saliva COVID test that got FDA emergency use authorization.
Oh, all right, interesting. I'm not sure about this one. Let's put it here. I mean, that is big news. Obviously, anything with COVID is going to get this type of pop like we're seeing now. But is that going to hold? Are we going to get another opportunity to take along here? And also, how do we manage our risk? Right now, the spread is great, but some of these moves are about dollar and some of these candles. You are BN. This one not looking great pre-market right now, guys. Pretty choppy for the most part. You have 127. Most of that sitting in just one or two candles here. So not a whole lot going on. You do have oh, Urban Fitters. We looked at this before. Well, we
Yeah.
definitely have. Um, for me, I haven't found a great trading process on this one at all. So I don't really like it. But again, their pre-market's not looking great neither. Um,
I'll just throw out there they did
mhm,
have I agree. The chart this morning looks terrible, but they did have earnings last night. They were expected to have a loss. They actually had a profit while their same store sales were down.
mhm.
Their online sales made up for it plus some, and they've received a couple of upgrades this morning out of from a couple of analysts. So
Yeah, I mean that might. Let's put it on. We have looked at this in the past. Let's put it on here just to see if that creates any kind of momentum here. I mean, they're up nice, guys. They're up a pretty big this morning. So let's see if that creates anything. CRM, we know this one has been on fire, guys. So let's look at the action after hours. Obviously, we were talking in the chat when they had earnings and they had a nice pop here. Let's see how I traded yesterday. I took it off my list. Didn't trade all that great yesterday, but their daily did look amazing, guys. Look at this beautiful breakout here, 240. They gapped up yesterday, ended strong for the day, and now up 14%, which for this stock it is huge. So obviously earnings were great on this one, Norm, last
yep,
night.
yeah, they had earnings last night, and they're killing it. I mean, they this work from home stuff is really and remote, just remote work has really popped them and helped their sales. So
Oh, is that what they do? Work from home systems, things like that. That
no,
makes
it's
sense.
customer resource management. So or CRM software that you keep
Oh,
databases
okay.
of your
Yeah.
customers in. But when you have salespeople, for instance, they log all their sales calls. So it's more important since you're not sitting in an office
In the
10 feet from
desk.
your
Mm-hmm.
boss. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you have to log all that stuff in, and companies need to find a way to better streamline how they're doing that.
All right. Excellent.
Customer relationship management. There you go, Uncle
There it
D.
is.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All
Sorry, I
right.
stumbled
Perfect.
on that one. It's early.
It is. So again, pre-market guys looking good. This company usually does not trade as good. 635 right now, up 14%. Definitely worth taking a look at. And they also got added. We got in our chat. We were talking about it yesterday. They got added to the Dow, right? I believe yesterday
Yep.
also. So not sure if that
Well,
plays
they
any part
haven't
in
been
it.
added yet, but it got announced that they would be added.
They would be. Okay.
So
So let's add CRM here, guys. They're trading very well this morning. Good volume and a real nice pop here today. 14%. I mean, that is pretty big. If you look at the daily, you can see how big that gap is. All right, let's take a look at DKS. This one is Dick's Sporting Goods. Another one that doesn't trade very well. Also one of these retail companies similar to like JWN type company. Right now, pre-market, not great, guys. I mean, we have some really good volume, 684, but look how that volume is being traded. Just a lot of big candles here that are just recording volume. Earnings this morning on this one, Norm, or anything else making it pop?
yep, yep. They had earnings this morning, and they beat expectations like crazy. So once again, another good earnings.
Hmm. We have a lot of good earnings plays today. Let's put it on here, DKS. But again, it's just the pre-market right now. It is a nicey stock, so they tend not to have a great pre-market. But this one overall does not trade well. I'm going to throw it on here. Our possibles list is going to be pretty long today. It looks like SRNE active already, 1.8 million shares traded. What did it do yesterday? I know the day before they had an amazing day. All right, so most of this gap happening after hours here. We had a huge breakout. Was this earning? Because it seems a little bit late for earnings. Usually earnings right after the bell. Um,
No, I think they're. I think I heard that their CEO went on a rampage against short sellers or something like that.
oh, okay. Nice. It seemed to have worked here, so that's good. So we are up 10% on this one, guys, with some good volume. Again, yesterday, what they do yesterday, they had a nice drop here and came back nicely. So beautiful engulfing pattern here yesterday. This trade actually very clean after 15 minutes here. Let's add it to our list. We got some decent volume. Let's see if the CEO's message worked to get this thing going in the other direction. Let's take a look at Neo. Neo was crazy yesterday. Another one that traded just amazing, guys. I mean, this is the type of stock we've been talking about. It's such a hit or miss. And look at this. Look at this play yesterday. Right off the gate, just takes off, grabs onto the 9 moving average, and never looks back. Does give you a dip here towards what's that? The 50 on the daily, maybe the 20, and grabs on again and just pushes up, breaks the high of the pre-market, ending very strong. Into the post hour, continues pushing higher. And today we're already up 8.1 with a beautiful pre-market action. I mean, this thing is ripping nicely. Look at the daily, the breakout of 15. Just perfect, perfect, perfect. So let's hope it doesn't get too extended into the market open. But right now, their dailies definitely extended quite a bit here. Let's see if we have more juice to head higher. KNDI, I guess we went through almost all of them here. KNDI, this one is not doesn't trade great, guys. It's just candy against a stock that's almost like a low flow stock. Doesn't have a great intraday activity, so I'm going to skip on this one. I'm going to go through this very quick. LI looking horrible, so we'll skip this. Look at this pre-market action. It's no good. JD, also not a great pre-market action. I do like the pop on JD. It's one of the stocks I trade a little bit better than like the Babas or the other Chinese type companies. I'm going to add this one here. And we have Roku. I wanted to get to Roku. That's why I rushed through here. Let's see what's going on with Roku. Roku right now is up 2.2 this morning. Wow, they've been trading so choppy over the last couple of days, guys, between 145 and 150. There's just been chopping around. This is why we haven't talked about Roku in a while, because even in their intraday during those days, they haven't done much. But I do
They
like
got
what I'm
an
seeing. Mhm.
they got an upgrade out of Citigroup with a $180 price target this morning. That's what's popping them.
Yeah, worth definitely watching. And also, you got a possible breakout here if we can get going. Broke out of it here in the pre-market already. 153.50 is the high. Can we get back up there? So, not looking too great, but it does have potential. I'm going to add Roku on here this morning. Okay, guys. Norm, what do you like today?
Well, Roku for one to see if it'll do anything. Maybe it
Hmm.
will. It's been sitting here consolidating for a long time, so maybe this is a
Yeah.
catalyst that gets it to move. Maybe it's not. Other than that, I'm still picking through this with the spy looking how it is, and a couple of people that the Jackson Hole's going on, which is a big meeting with the Fed over a few days in Wyoming. That it's and that's what the Fed speakers are doing this afternoon. They're speaking at that out from that event, and then Jay Powell tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I don't see a ton I like right now, but we'll see.
All right, so I'm going to definitely keep this one on deck. And if you look at our main list right here, we only have really four that are looking somewhat decent. Neo is looking great, and then we have a lot of possible, like you mentioned. I think we'll have to see if things can get better. It's not looking all that great right now. All right, let's see what the room has. So let's start with Ross here. He says AMD daily looks interesting. Let's see. Yes, it does. You can see we're getting to the recent highs when we're climbing just nicely here between July into August. We did a nice move, guys. Went from 50 all the way to 84. So again, pretty good move for AMD there. We're back at this high of 87. So I do like the daily. I do not like the pre-market action. I think it's very choppy. But the daily is interesting. I'm not gonna keep it on my list now. Just because how choppy this is. Maybe we'll put it as a possible again. I think today's gonna be a scanner type day where we sit and wait, and if anything becomes available that looks good. Let's see what's next. So AMD we have. All right, let's look at stock operator has a laundry list here. I'm going to only pick one out of you stock operator. Let's look at Starbucks. At two, Starbucks and RKT. So let's look at SBUX. Let's see what's happening here. So this is had a good day yesterday. Not doing much right now though, but I see what you're looking at. Possible continuation. Yesterday it sold up for the entire day, even getting some more volume around 12. And look at this crazy pop here. So yeah, Starbucks is interesting, guys. Horrible daily, by the way. This daily here does not look great, but they're getting towards this area of resistance here. So a great possible there. And let's look at one more from you, RKT. This one coming back down a little bit now, down 3.6 with a wild pre-market action at the moment, 700,000 shares traded. So yeah, I do like the action RKT now. We do have shares for sure. Yes, we do. Recent IPO, we have shares for sure. So that's good. So let's look at RKT here. It looks like it wants to lose some of these levels and head back down. Their daily looks extended, so there might be some continuation towards the bottom here. Let's keep it on deck for now. All right, let's take a look at OTC. It's giving us BABA. Baba at the moment, some good volume. Their daily just continues to rip here, guys. Big day yesterday for them, jumping up nicely here. Wow, they had a great start to their day. Look at this open here. Nice double bottom into the VWAP and then takeoff. So again, pretty good stuff there. Possible continuation. Now, this is one that I typically do not like to trade. I'm just not good at it. Yesterday had an amazing day, but it's not usually the case. So I'm going to keep it off my list for now. Also, a lot of volume sitting in this one candle here, 300,000 for the most part. FSOY. Let's see what's happening with that one. Oops. There we go. Let's get those letters in order. Wow, their daily is getting real messy right now. Their pre-market action is very light on volume, guys. Only 39,000. Their daily has a potential breakup, a very messy daily chart right now. So I'm gonna move away from that one at the moment. Let's look at HPE. HPE, very choppy pre-market. Great
That's
volume.
a really tough garbage stock to trade right there.
Who's this? This is oh yeah, the
HP
HP, yeah, the company.
Enterprises.
Yeah. No, this is not good, guys. Just look at the pre-market action now. 424, and look what you're getting. So again, it's just not a great stock. Moose Driver. Let's look at Facebook. Facebook here. A green day yesterday, possible continuation today. You are getting some volume. This could be a possible. This could be a possible. I'm not seeing anything great right now, pre-market wise, but it could be a possible. Let's head down. HPE. Yeah, HPE guys. I see what you guys are. I'm trying to see what you guys are looking at on HPE. I don't like it, but tell me if I'm missing something. Because again, we might be missing something here. What do you like on HPE? Because the volume is great, but the pre-market, no bueno.
I don't care if they had earnings or not. That looks like shit.
I try to be nice, but he's telling you how it is. And guys,
I
aside
mean,
from that,
and just I can tell you, man, from historically, maybe you get some amazing day or something, and it trades well. It trades terribly from experience. This is one of those blue chip companies that trades terribly. If
yes,
Peter says it trades
yes,
terribly, it trades terribly.
yeah,
Because
because
Peter will
Peter
trade
will
GE
watch.
and
Yeah,
sit all day for a 7 cent move.
he will watch stuff that I'm like, oh man, he's watching this. Yeah, so if he's telling you that, take his word. It is pretty bad. And you go back into some of the intraday plays, it does not trade very well. So let's skip on that. There it is. That's the gift we were looking for. A dumpster on fire. Perfect. All right, let's look at a few more, guys. What's time? 8:56. All right, we could do a few more here. Let's look at Apple because Apple has been pretty active. What are they doing today? Let's remove some of these levels. All right, they're popping up a little bit here. Not much. A little bit less than 1%. Yesterday, they just were pure chop, guys. Look at this here. Just messy, messy, messy. They had a couple of good days. But again, it makes sense, right? You're breaking out here, hitting all-time highs. You need to come back and give the buyers a break here. Let's see if they can get back to that all-time high. So I'm not going to put this one on my list. I would love to see this start moving on a turbo breakup scanner. I would love to see the SPY also do well to give it a little more juice because it's going to need it if it's going to keep breaking highs like it has been over the last couple of days. All right, let's take a look at what we have over on our YouTube chat. We'll do a few on here. Neo we have on deck, guys. So if it's already on this list here, we already have it. We'll look at it in more detail, especially if it's on the top here on our main list. mRNA, we have not checked that one out in a while. What we got going on here? Nice breakout at the moment. Some news is definitely happening here. We got some action. So yeah, let's add our mRNA to figure out what's going on there.
I don't see it yet. I'll let you know when I do.
Yep, excellent. So we'll come back to that one. What else, guys? Let's go scroll back up here. Facebook, we put that as a possible. We'll look into a little bit more. PSTG, that ticker sounds familiar. I don't think it's a good one though. Pure gold storage or pure storage, whatever this is. Yeah, no, horrible daily chart, guys. This is not clean. Pre-market action is not looking great, so not one you want to have on your list today.
It's a hardware company. It's a tech company. They had earnings last night. I don't know if it'll trade well or not, but like Carlos said, from experience, it doesn't seem to trade very well.
Yeah, and you could tell too.
It's found its way on our gappers list a lot, and then just doesn't trade very well.
Yeah, again, I recall the bad tickers more than the better ones. Then PSTG is one that I know it's not a great trading stock. Last one, IBIO. IBIO. All right. Yeah, it's just getting crappy, guys. It's getting really messy here on the daily. You're trading 1.3 million shares. Look at how that 1.3 is trading in the pre-market. More of a penny stock too. It's been trading under a dollar, $2 for a long time. It has some incredible breakouts here. I think a lot of members took advantage of that. But I think the fun might be over now for this one. All right. With that said, well, we'll come back to mRNA, but let's get over to announcements, and we'll come back and fine tune this list in a second.
All right, guys. Tonight's success webinar, 8 p.m. in the webinar room, is Nas talking about Nas, rapper, corporate executive. You take your pick. Recovering from a series of losses, experienced traders rehab guide, talking about getting out of drawdowns and how you recover from those kinds of things. It happens to everybody at some point in your trading career. He's experienced it, gotten through it, and succeeded afterwards. So really great webinar, important subject. That'll be tonight. The next week on Eamon will be talking about his extreme reversal strategies. That's at 5 p.m. in the webinar room because of Eamon's time zone. So that's even still in the middle of the night for him, but it's not quite as bad as if it was at its normal time. So take note of that time. Let's see here. This week, last night we had Nada talking about cultivating self-discipline with mindfulness. If it's not already, it should be posted in the psychology section soon. Next week, as I mentioned, we've got a little bit of a change here. Dr. Kenneth Reed will be talking about introduction to trader personality and trying to find yours. That'll be at 8 p.m. next Tuesday. Member trade of the day. So take a screenshot of your trade, your best trade of the day, mark it up, and submit it to us on Twitter using tag. Excuse me, man, I messed up CRM, and now I can't talk here. So tag at Bear Bull Traders, at Mike B_BBT, and at Norm BBT. Also use hashtag BBT Family. The winner will be selected and announced by Mike in the closing bell show each Monday through Thursday. And then on Friday, we will pick the best of the 4 to be trade of the week and win the $100 Amazon gift card. All right, let's see here. If you're watching on YouTube and haven't been in the room, you'd like to give it a shot, you can do so at a discount. Use the promo code PREMARKET24. That'll give you a discount off the normal price for our intro membership. That is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days, unless there's a holiday. Also includes access to Carlos' onboarding class. It's each and every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. It doesn't auto-renew or turn into any other kind of membership. Also, if you're looking to get a lifetime membership or upgrade your membership, you can use the promo code LABOR35. That'll get you 35% off the cost of the one-time lifetime membership.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Norm, for that. All right, guys, let's get to it here. Let's start with what we have on our main list. Let's just kind of scan it, and also I want to scan our possibles list, see if there's anything looking better that we can move up. So we have Plan here this morning. They're very active, up 26. So I like what I'm seeing. Pre-market is still looking pretty decent. I think their spread was a problem for us, though. The spread was high as 40 cents. So this might not stay here if that spread does not start to get a little bit tighter. Because right now with this type of volume, we should see a better spread. See, that's better. 7 cents there. But 40 cents is not going to do it. CRM on our list for sure, guys. Again, this stock typically does not trade well, but today they're doing very good. Some good volume of 14%. Obviously, they crushed their earnings last night. SRNE here is very active this morning as well, so I want to keep this one on. Neo had a great day yesterday. Also today, continuing with a great pre-market action. I know Brian was looking to swing trade this, so I wonder if he actually took that trade yesterday. RKT here looking pretty active. Also, I like the way the pre-market is setting up here. I love their daily. They seem very extended, so maybe we got some downside opportunity here. Also, we have inventory for sure, which is rare because usually, how much do we actually have for sure? Yeah, we got quite a bit here, 1.8 million. So that's quite a bit there. Usually you don't have inventory for sure in a stock that is so new to IPO. So that's great that we have that. mRNA just became active a couple of minutes ago, 10 minutes ago or so. Volume coming in nicely. So we're going to keep it on here to see what the news is on this one. Again, some really good volume popping this up a couple of minutes. Let's see what our possibles looks like. So DKS, still nothing great. JWN starting to get a little bit better. But again, these two stocks, guys, I'm going to take off. We just want you to be aware they are in play. They have earning opportunities, but I'm going to take them off because they just don't trade well at all. I'm just not a fan of them. And we're saying that because we trade them in the past and they just don't move all that well. They're like a GE, GM, where they're just not great trading stocks. And when I say that, because we had the question yesterday, what do you mean it's not tradable? every stock is tradable. What we mean by that is that based on what we're looking for, our strategy, these are not the best type of stocks that we want to have on deck. CCL, so I'm going to keep it here as possible. FLDM, again, we got a crazy drop here. Let's see what it's going to do. Very active pre-market action, but I'm just not sure about this kind of pre-market we're putting in now. We're kind of right back down to where we were yesterday. So let's see what happens there if we find some kind of base and head towards the top. Urban Fitters, I'm going to take off, guys. I love the pop 17.5. That's great. But again, another retail type company. Look at the pre-market, now looking pretty decent here. You know what? We can keep this one here. We'll keep it as a possible. JD, I'll keep. Roku, I'll definitely keep on here. AMD is good. I think the rest might be good. Yeah, you know what? These are all somewhat decent. FLDM, I'm going to remove. I'm going to take this one off. It's just, the more I look at it, it's not what we look for. So let's take that one off. Urban Outfitters, nice pop. That's okay. Yeah, I think these are fine. A little more than what I want to have, but I think that's okay. All right, let's look at plans. So this one, guys, I'm actually going to bring this down. Yeah, I'm going to bring this down to a possible. The reason is that spread is still looking pretty crappy. We'll do levels for it anyways. We'll do levels for it now. But again, I'm not going to watch this one. That spread is not looking too good. I'm going to mark down 61.70. I think this is a very important level. We had a nice rejection here. We had another pop here that came right to that level. Let's see if we're going to hold here or come back down. So 61.43 to be exact is a good level to have there. Towards the bottom, you do have this pop here. Nice resistance over at 51.50. Do we have anything else aside from this? Yes, we do. Going back into February, March. We do have some levels on here over at 63.80 towards the bottom here before the base of this daily candle here before the gap down at around 55.83. So we got some levels on there that are pretty decent. Let's see what this thing decides to do there. But again, I'm bringing it down as a possible, a big possible, first possible here for today, because that spread's got to get better or else we can't touch it. CRM is good, guys. High of the pre-market 249. Low of the pre-market 244.09. So we'll throw that level on there. Here we go. And then you have a huge gap. Obviously, your next level down here, 220. Is this all-time high for them? They are really crushing and breaking all-time highs in style here. So you have really no levels aside from, yeah, that's all you have. So it's looking pretty good, guys. Let's go back into their post after hours trading. You really don't have great levels in here. I mean, you probably have this one here at 241. And then here it's just, you don't really have anything great. I'm gonna mark down 231, but it's not, that's just a guide for me, midpoint of this gap up, but there's really not much levels you can mark down on CRM with this type of pop that we did yesterday. So let's see, looking really strong right now, banging its head against that pre-market high right now, doing it really nice, great pre-market action. We'll keep an eye on this one. SRNE is very active. It's coming back into the congested area here. I would like to see this break out of this area towards the top. In here, you have a lot of levels of of support. So towards the top looks like a better play if we can get that going. High of the pre-market, 968. Let's see if we can make our way back up there. And then we have some other levels over here at 1105. Here it gets very, very nasty daily. Here you have a better one. Here it's not great. But you do have a level, looks like right in here around 1247. You got several days opening and closing and banging their heads with their wick here at around that 1247. So let's keep that on there for now. And let's see if it heads higher. If not, it's going to start to get pretty choppy in here. We wanted to break out of this area. Low of the pre-market is marked by the high of yesterday. So that's pretty much covered there. Neo's great, beautiful pre-market action, guys. High of the pre-market, 1944. This thing took off nicely this morning, did nice yesterday. We have some levels here as well within the intraday action over at 1866. I want to mark that one down. After hours, we did get to that point in the pre-market. You can see we tested that several times. So I want to have that on there. I think that can be important. Low of the pre-market over at 1750. And then do we have anything towards the top here? Are we all-time highs with this one? Looks like we are at least 52-week high, so that's good enough for us. Again, great big day yesterday. Do we have any continuation power here on Neo? Either way, the volume is great. 17 million, yeah, 17 million shares traded. So it's setting up for a record pre-market action here. RKT's lost this level. This level is what we were talking about earlier. I'm going to mark it down, 27.58. I think it's a great level. Look how many times it banged its head into that level, and then it had the slope coming down as well into that, right? It's at 27.58. Finally, lost it here, retested it, and now you're starting to see the volume come in nicely towards the bottom here. And next level coming up will be the low of yesterday. So let's see how we react when we get to that 27.10. Looks like there. If we lose that, another great level down here over at 25.88. Yesterday, how did it trade yesterday? Yeah, it was clean yesterday. Nice big drop into the market open from the pre-market. So it did give you a nice drop here. I didn't watch it, but this could be a good trading stock. I'm surprised how great this stock is trading of just recently being an IPO. So definitely becoming one of our good ones to watch here. So mRNA, not sure what the news is yet on this one. If you guys know something, throw it out there. But I'm going to put the high of the pre-market at 69.33. The high over here of this day is going to be 70.75. And then towards the bottom, plenty of levels, highs and lows from the last two trading days. You're pretty much covered there. So again, we got some action on it now. Let's see how that continues to play out here. mRNA 2% interim COVID-19 vaccine data. I feel like that's the news every single time, right? It feels so repetitive, but there's so many different faces and data and all this other stuff. So I guess, so that's causing a nice pop up for them. All right, so plan, let's check out the spread. Spread is, again, still not looking great. You can see a lot of gaps in between here. It gets nice, and then it jumps up 20, 30 cents. CCL, what are we getting, CCL? We're getting a little bit of a comeback here. CCL might be nice to watch to fit into our list here. Urban Outfitters still not doing great. I'm going to remove this one. You know what? This will be a great one. Just keep it in the back of your head. Urban Outfitters, you are a BN. If it hits our scanners, we can look at it, but I'm going to take it off just to not take space here. JD is good. I tend to like this stock. Roku is okay. Possible breakout here. AMD's coming back up here. Nice. So let's see if we can. Yeah, AMD. You know what? We'll move up AMD. I think AMD deserves this spot here. Let's make some room. Let's take it out of our possibles list here. I think AMD 430, high of the pre-market 87.48 at the moment. Also very close to this most recent highs over here. So let's see if we have the power to break out of that. And then towards the bottom, plenty of levels, guys, highs and lows from the last two trading days. So I think AMD fits well there. Then we're back to last one here, Facebook. Facebook is very active. Again, let's see if it can continue here. Only up a little bit of less than 1% here. And high of the pre-market 284 at the moment. So, all right, let's look at what our moderators have today. Let's see what's happening there. So Tiffany likes Neo and SRNE. John likes Facebook, Baba, Roku, and Apple. Mike is looking at his scanners and Facebook, Microsoft, and Baba today. Eamon likes Neo, Plan, CRM. Do we have CRM? Yes, we do. CRM was the first one we looked at. That's good. SRNE and Apple as his two secondary list there. Peter has Neo, FLDM on his secondary list, AMD, CRM, DKS, Plan, SRNE, and CCL. So pretty good list there. I think that is all we have at the moment. All right, guys, let's take a look at what else is happening here. Oh, yes, before we forget, the member trade of the day, guys. Let's take a look at that. This goes to Sbux again on BBY. So he had an amazing trade here, guys. Was stopped out in his first attempt, and then his reversal plan kind of came into play here. He took a beautiful reversal on this one here. So again, congrats there on an incredible trade. In good partial taking and sticking to your plan too, right? Having a great stop loss, seeing that your strategy is in play and getting back into it. That's important, guys. We saw that. We're seeing that happening a lot more from the member trades. That, you get stopped out once, but if your strategy is still in play, you can jump back in and then take advantage of it. So great job doing that there. All right, guys. I think that is all we have. Brian is coming in with his list. So he has RKT, MU, Neo, LI, and Plan. Jared has CRN for earnings, SRNE, and also Tesla as well on his list here this morning. So, all right. Norm, I'm sure you're still working on your list. Anything that sticks out that you like?
I'm still tightening mine up. No, nothing that hadn't already been mentioned.
All right. Excellent, guys. I think we're all set, guys. Thank you so much for joining the pre-market show. We appreciate it. We know you have options, so we appreciate you guys tuning in to our show here. Also, reminder, today's Wednesday, so that means it's webinar week. So we will have Nas, a good friend of ours, doing a webinar at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure to join in for that. We'll check you guys out there. Take care, trade safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, guys. Trade safe. Just a note: I will not
Yeah.
be here at. I will not be in the room at my normal 11 a.m. time. Thank you to John for covering me.
Excellent. Thank you, Nar.